Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to have a quick walkthrough of Glossary. Glossary is a very nice feature from Oracle SQL Developer Data Modeler. It aids the database designers or DBAs or the data modelers to engineer their models from relational to logical and vice versa. So there are a couple of steps which are involved. So stay tuned. We'll go through that real quick. So the very first step in creation of glossary is that we go to the logical model, right? And just click on create glossary from logical model. So let's see what it does. So it have created an untitled glossary because my data model name itself is untitled, but you can put some sort of a logical name to this and create some nice description for this. So what it have created is essentially based upon the different names or words which I have used to essentially create the attributes. So you see address, customer, language, primary, and all those things, right? So based upon all those things, it have created a glossary based upon some, existing, let's say the abbreviations file or the default files which Oracle Data Modeler had. So let's say I don't want this name to be act as ACI but active and add ADD to be adder. So all those particular things I can do the change to this and I can do a save to this particular glossary. So when I do a save, it asks me where I want to save this particular glossary. Now glossary files are as such kind of becomes outside the data model because glossary can be utilized, same glossary file can be utilized for the multiple data modeling projects. So let me just save this glossary file as untitled only, and I will just save it, and I will close this thing. So I have saved this thing, close, okay, close. Okay, so now it once my glossary has been created, I should click on my design, click on the properties, go to the settings. In the naming standard, I should add that particular glossary. Until I add that particular glossary, my model is when I'm going to do from logical to relational, it is not going to work out. So that's very first step. We have done it. So until now what we have done is we have just created a glossary out of the attribute names, whatever they were, and based upon that we created a glossary, and we have also added that particular glossary to our design. Okay, so now one more thing what we should do is when we should check our preferences. Many of the times when you are basically trying to create your relational model, at that moment what happens is your attribute does not get changed. Okay, so there is one setting which says that just give me a moment, I always miss that particular setting. So it says that your columns and all, right, do not change it or keep it as they were defined at the source end. uh, Yes, here is the thing. Name keep as the name of the originating attribute. If you see this particular setting, just uncheck that because that is what will cause otherwise your relational model will not become the naming standards whatever you have selected just now, they will not being they will not get applied to that. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Now we have applied the glossary to our design. Let's quickly try to see try to create a relational data model. I just kept the generic settings. I have not touched those. So let's engineer those. So you see now, right? So just give me a moment. Let me um, just resize this layout. Resize out to visible layout. Yeah, this is little annoying. every time we need to do it. But yeah, so this is how it is, how it looks like, right? So you have uh, the all the particular attributes are kind of acronymed, and there are certain further settings also, like you can even control this this lowercase and all. That is something which we'll take up into the next video. Thank you very much for watching.